Is Microsoft still a buy after its massive run up over the past 5 days? So as you guys can see, over the past 5 years, Microsoft has returned 70.2%. That gives us a compound annual growth rate over those 5 years of 11.22%. Now, after the 5 days, it absolutely smashed earnings. We saw meaningful return on investment from the massive capex spend that they're putting forward. And over the past 5 days, the stock price has rallied 23.97%. So we all know, well, I was saying that Microsoft's a buy going into the, before, when it was around the $400 range. Now it's at 487. Is it still a buy? So that's what we'll be, going into today. So as you guys can see, the key metrics, EPS growth up 31%, from the latest earnings. And as you guys can see, analyst estimates, growth is not slowing down. If anything, it's accelerating. We see, year-over-year growth for 27 and 28 between 15 and 18%. But yeah, year-over-year growth, they're expecting for it to actually increase in the later half of the, the decade. So we're expecting, or analysts are expecting, 2030 growth of 25.9% and 2031 growth of 26.5%. So yeah, that puts a forward PE of 10.9 for 2030. So based off current, price and target PE, that puts a forward 2030 price target of about $1,100 a share. So I would say, so my personal price target was about $1,000 a share, just because I do have a target PE slightly lower, just to be conservative. But yeah, you can still, if growth like this continues and you think that this is only the start of the AI boom, obviously I think Microsoft will have meaningful competition with other companies. You got SpaceX putting compute online, so they might have to, if they want to expand, compete, they might have to end up buying, compute from other companies, just because they might not be able to get the compute fast enough, and then that will compress margins. So, yeah, my price target personally is $1,000 a share. That means PE is considerably lower. I think that's around 22. Yeah, it was about 22 trailing 12-month PE for Microsoft. But others might argue that is extremely low. They could still be trading for a 30 PE in 2030, and that is an upside of 175.9% between now and 2030. And that's a 23%, annualized compounded return. That gives you a stock price of £1,345 in 2030. I know it says 2031. But yeah, that's just Microsoft's accounting. That'll be their accounting year. So, and even though we've seen a massive increase of 23% over the past 5 days, it's still a good entry in terms of EPS, where Microsoft has historically traded for. Generally, the median Microsoft trades for is 33.97. And yeah, recently it's been trading nearer the cheap end of the spectrum, and that's just because the market has been uncertain whether Microsoft is going to get a return on investment from the massive amounts of capex that is spending. Now that kind of has shifted to be like, yes, it's clear and obvious that they're going to get a return on this investment. And if you do the median price to earnings ratio based off the earnings, that gets an implied fair value today of $587 a share, which is still got another 20% upside. So yeah, you definitely could make the case that Microsoft is a buy. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research when you're making any investment decisions. This is just my thoughts. What I go through when I'm looking at if a stock is a good buy or not. And as you guys can see, over the historical times when Microsoft has been good to buy, where the actual stock price, is below where the, PE between the PE spectrum, whether it's been cheap and where it's been expensive. So yeah, in 2022 and early 2023, we were sitting at between 25 and 15% below market value. Now recently, because earnings had continued to increase, we actually got down to when it was at $358 a share. We were 31% below market value. And when we recently had another low of 352, 36% below fair market value. So even though we've had a massive, increase, we're still sitting at 17% below market value, or a 20% upside to, fair value. But that all depends on if you think Microsoft should trade for that 33.97 PE. if you think Microsoft, should be discounted from that, you don't think growth's going to continue or growth's going to be as high, they're unnecessarily spending on capex, then yeah, you could argue that potentially after the move now it's overvalued. But this just gives you a broad understanding of where Microsoft stock has historically traded, in the PE ranges between its most cheap and its most expensive. So yeah, it definitely could be argued that Microsoft's still a buy. However, we've seen with the stock market, it can be massively irrational. It can have one quarter that's just not up to expectations, and we can see a massive 20% drop. So, you could also wait for that. But then obviously, I don't try and time the market. I just, time in the market always beats time in the market, just in my personal opinion. And based off historical research, it's always been better just to, set and forget rather than try and time the ups and downs. So if you think Microsoft's a good opportunity based off 2030 estimates and revenue earnings projections, then it could be a good buy for you personally. So, and yeah, income statement flow, we've seen server products, cloud services, and this is the massive growth driver going forward, up 31% year over year. And that's kind of a lot of what the stock price rally has been, because 31% increase in revenue, and subsequently we've seen 18% year over year in revenue, 16% year over year gross profit, and 21% year over year operating profit. So not just they're making more money, they're keeping more money, their margins are expanding, which is great. But then obviously that's because there's a massive backlog still for their cloud services. We've seen that across Amazon, Google, Microsoft. They're so oversubscribed right now. When they become less oversubscribed and they actually have the supply to meet the demand, there is going to be a shrink in margins, and you obviously got to factor that in to work out, see how that's going to affect stock price. Obviously, I think that revenue will be increasing so much between when we actually get to that point of being oversupplied, and there's people even saying, will we even get to oversupplied? So yeah, it's you kind of have to work that one out for yourself if you think that we're going to be supply or demand constrained, and that's basically what you have to work out. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share if anyone else might be interested. And that's it for me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.